Hi everyone, welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Danny James, and on this channel I make content around music video editing, different styles, tips, tricks, transitions, effects that you can apply onto music videos and make them visually aesthetic. Before we jump into the references, feel free to check out my digital store at dannyjames.co. I have a bunch of cool editing presets, packs, color grading LUTs that you might find useful and that can make your work easier for your edits. If you're also watching my content for the first time, make sure to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell. If you do end up enjoying this content, kindly give it a like so that other guys like you get to be recommended the same content. Quickly jumping into the reference for this video by Losky. Yeah, you can see the vehicle sort of has different elements going away in all directions, and then it sinks and then comes again towards the camera, then flies away. So that's basically what I'll be showing you in this video. So right into After Effects, I have a portion of that clip which you can use to do this effect. First step that you need to do is to get a selection of the car or the vehicle, the artist, and shall do this using the Roto Brush tool. Click on the Roto Brush tool, double click on your clip so that it takes you to a layers panel. So I'm doing a quick selection around the vehicle. Oftentimes you'll find as long as you're able to make a good selection within the first frame, the software should do the rest for you easily. So just make sure to be a bit detailed when starting to pick these. I'll fast forward this part because it's almost in every video that I've done. Okay, so we're done getting this Roto Brush to go through. After doing that step, all you need to do is you need to freeze that selection. So hit freeze. So once that is done, jump back into our composition. And you can see this is our selection. It's very accurate if you ask me. So what you need to do, you need to duplicate this clip, and then at the background layer we need to delete the Roto Brush. So for the first part, we're going to be throwing away these parts of the vehicle on all sides. On this clip which has the Roto Brush, let's make sure to give it a different label color. Okay, we'll make duplicates of it. Let's create about 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm hitting Ctrl D, and then we're going to work with the 4 which are right here. We leave the top part. So you can hit P at the same time. You can also hold Shift and hit R so that you can add keyframes for that. Add keyframes for the 4 clones. Then we should push these keyframes to the very beginning. And then here we need to individually offset them up. So for the second layer, I'll push it to our right hand side, but as I push it, I'll also rotate it so that it flies away as it rotates. I'll do the same for the second selection. Make sure to click on it, and then you can manually throw it away. As you're doing that, you also want to tweak the rotation just a bit, and then manually take it outside the screen as far as you can. So we're sort of trying to throw them in different directions. You don't have to really add the rotation, it's just that it adds an element of detail onto it. And also for the last one, let's throw it up top and rotate it. So we need to reduce the timing by increasing the distance between these two keyframes. So I'll squeeze these keyframes to the right. Again, they also don't have to happen at the same time. I'll offset them. That's why I named this tutorial a clone offset tutorial. So we are making sure that they all don't have the same timing. Okay, and then afterwards, highlight on all keyframes, and then we'll put them to easy ease. We need to play a bit with our timings, and then collapse those layers, and then we shall add motion blur on the 4 of them, and then let's preview it. So you can see it looks really natural. The motion blur was a really important part, and also offsetting these keyframes and giving them some good distance between each other is also productive so that you can have this look getting together. And then you can also add more duplicates if you want, and all that. Going on to the second part of these trailing clones, we're going to have the car sink in and sink outwards. So we have the background and then the layer which has the roto. At 20 frames, I'll make a duplicate of the roto, hit Ctrl D, and then we'll make sure to cut it from where it started. So I'll cut that part, and then add a keyframe for scaling. Go 2 frames to the right, scale it down to 80. If we preview it, it sinks in very smoothly. Make sure to set those keyframes on easy ease. Okay, the first clone looks good. Now it's time to create the second one, which sinks even further. You don't want to duplicate from this layer, but you want to duplicate it from the original roto brush layer. So hit Ctrl D and then push that into the topmost part, and then remember to cut it so that it begins later on. And then now you can hit S so that you can get your keyframes for scaling. Hit that keyframe. Now remember, our previous layer went from 100 to 80. Now we want with this layer to start from 80 and not 100. And then go to the right, maybe 2 frames, scale it down. I'll set it to 50, set it to easy ease, like that. I'll collapse both layers. Now you can see we sort of have a staircase model, which is really important to pull this look off. Now I'll play it from the top. Okay, that looks good. So in the same manner which these clones come in, it's the same way we let them go out. So hit U on that clip, copy these keyframes, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. But in this case, we'll make sure that our first keyframe becomes the last keyframe. So I'll push this keyframe to the right and bring that last keyframe here so that it goes back to where it was. And then I'll cut the excess on my right. I'll do the same for the second duplicate. Hit U, copy those keyframes, Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Make the first keyframe the last one, like that. And we also need to space them appropriately. So essentially you can see we sort of have a staircase which goes up and which goes down. I'll play it from the top and you can see it zooms in and then zooms out very clean and very smoothly. If you need to make any other changes, you can just add a motion blur to it, to the 2 layers which are zooming in, so that they have that natural sort of blurriness in it. That's basically it. It's quite a straightforward video, but it can also be confusing, so make sure to do it practically, not just watch it. Do it practically so that you can replicate it over and over. That's it from me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've watched my content for the first time today, hit the subscribe button, and you can also turn on post notifications so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you did at all enjoy this video or this type of content, kindly give it a like. It helps the algorithm suggest the same video to other people with the same interest as you. My name is Danny James. See you in the next video. Peace.